Hey, how's it going, guys? It is JTJudgment here, and finally I can say I am back making content for you guys on this channel. And without taking up too much time at the start of this video, just to let you guys know, I haven't really had much time to make content at all on this channel. I haven't made a video for a while simply due to the fact that I was just fed up of FIFA 17. That was one of the main reasons, guys, that I stopped making videos a few months back. My apologies there, but I'm finally back, guys. Finally, I can say that I'm back on this channel making content for you guys, making player reviews, icon reviews to come as well, hopefully. And you guys can let me know in the comments section down below who you would like to see me do reviews on. Now, please do keep in mind, guys, that I am not rich in Ultimate Team, so I can't afford the super expensive elite players. But to get things started, guys, we're going to start things off. My very first FIFA 18 player review is going to be of the god himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So let's take a look at Zlatan's card in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Obviously, we've got a new layout this year in FIFA 18 with the in-game stats now coming in the main menu of, the squad screen. You don't have to pause the game in-game anymore to look at the in-game stats of the players, guys. You can just go into the squad screen, put the player in your squad, press the right stick and press RB twice, and that will go over to attribute details, and you will be able to see the card's in-game stats here at your convenience. So you can see them on the screen right now. To name the best one, guys, he does possess 88 strength, 84 aggression, 91 on the composure, 88 ball control, 91 on the shot power, 91 on the penalties as well, 90 volleys and 87 on the finishing, just to name a few of his in-game stats there, guys. But obviously in full you can see them on the screen for yourself. So then we'll slot Zlatan into the team that I did use him in, and to your surprise, most likely, guys, it is a Barclays Premier League team. I did decide to go a little bit boring. I apologise there, guys, but I wanted to surround him with players that I felt confident using, and Premier League teams in FIFA 18 so far have been absolutely incredible for me. So we're using him with the likes of Gabriel Jesus up top, Yaya Toure, Moussa Dembele. We got Bailly in defence, sticking Joe Hart in goal, with players like Martial on the bench to support Ibra as well. But as you can see, we're using him as a centre attacking midfielder rather than a striker. I'll explain the reasons why as we get into the goals, but this is the team that I was using him in, guys. Let's get into the goals that I did score with Ibra while I was using him, and give you guys my opinions on him and let you know whether or not I think he is worth buying for your team. Alright, guys, so we're going to jump straight into the goals now, and oh my days, guys, Zlatan for me in this game was absolutely phenomenal. Like you just saw, guys, I was using him as a centre attacking midfielder. Now, I did try using him as a striker many times, guys, while I was using Ibra, and he just didn't work for me, guys, which is why I started him off, and you can see him in the squad screen as a centre attacking midfielder. He didn't want to make runs, not getting himself in the position, so I decided, you know what, let's experiment with him as a centre attacking midfielder, and my god, guys, did he take a step up in his game. He was absolutely phenomenal for me at that centre attacking midfield role. So that moves me on to the positives and weaknesses that I did find with this card. As you can see, scoring some fantastic goals for me in the background. His weaknesses, there's not that many that I need to mention, but one or two of them really do impact how he performs in game, one of which is his stamina, guys. If you look at his in-game stats, he only has 71 stamina, so you can expect a player of a stat that low to, run out of stamina extremely quickly, and by the halfway line, guys, or the halfway point, I should say, he is going to be on half fitness, sometimes even less than that. So you definitely do need to keep that in mind, guys, when buying players. You really do need to look out for the stamina stat when buying players. And that moves me on to the other weaknesses, guys, one of which is the obvious one, and that is his pace. Now, Ibrahimovic brings 65 pace to the game, and I will be honest with you guys, at the start of games using Ibrahimovic, he doesn't feel that slow. He's not the fastest of players, don't get me wrong, but at the start of games he feels like he's got at least 75 pace. His acceleration isn't the greatest, but his sprint speed makes him feel a hell of a lot quicker, guys, a hell of a lot quicker. But obviously, coming back to his stamina, that running down very, very quickly does make him feel a lot slower very, very quickly. But in general, general, guys, his pace really isn't the greatest, and that's something that did play a massive part in Ibra not working out as well as I would hoped he would as a striker. You know, I personally like to have more pace in my strikers, and that's another reason why I decided to try him as a centre attacking midfielder, because I personally don't need pace in my centre attacking midfielders as long as they've got good dribbling and ball control, got decent shooting from outside the box, decent passing and decent physical. If they can bring all that to the game, then they are the perfect centre attacking midfielder for me, and Ibra possesses every single one of those, guys. So, you know, centre attacking midfield position for me is the perfect position for Ibra in this game. And the last weakness, guys, that I need to mention is that he doesn't make runs. You know, yet another reason why he didn't work out as a striker for me. I was running down the wing trying to cross into the box to score some headers with this card because he's 6'5" for crying out loud, guys, so he should be able to score headers pretty easily. But for me, guys, he just wasn't in the position that I needed him to be in, and he just failed many times for me, and that's when I decided to use him as a cam, and he just worked so much better for me, guys. So if you are thinking of using Ibra as a striker, these weaknesses that I found, you really do need to keep in mind them, guys, because for me, they really did ruin him in the striker position. So that's all the weaknesses, guys, out of the way. Let's get into the positives that I did find with this card, the things that made me love using this card, and I mean really loved using this card. The obvious point that I need to make, guys, is his shooting. He's the sort of player for me that I just felt confident enough. All I had to do was get Ibra to face goal, and if I had the space to press B, it was most likely going to go in. He was the sort of player, guys, where every shot he seemed to take just hit the back of the net. You know, I don't know whether it was down to keepers being completely broken, whether Ibra himself, his shot is broken, but my god, guys, Ibra's shot in this game is absolutely ridiculous. You will see the proof in the goals in the background, guys, scoring goals from outside the box for days with absolute ease. If you are like me, guys, and throughout FIFA Ultimate Team, throughout the years, you like shooting from outside the box, thankfully, I can say, guys, it is very possible to do. I think we all know by now it is very possible to do in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. And Ibrahimovic's shooting from outside the box is absolutely ridiculous. Definitely recommend trying him for that reason alone. His weak foot for me was very reliable as well, guys. He does possess 4-star skills, which in itself is a massive plus in this game. I mean, me personally, I like players to have 4-star skills because then you could utilize those, you know, the Berber spins, the roulettes, and the Ronaldo chops and what have you to confuse opponents. Makes it much easier to score goals. And coming back to the 4-star weak foot, guys, it felt like it for me very reliable on his left foot. I'd honestly go as far to say, guys, he was as reliable on his left foot for me as he was on his right. And on his right foot, guys, he was unbelievable. And like I was saying, guys, shooting from outside the box is insane. His shooting and finishing inside the box was no different. Just shooting in general with this card is ridiculous. His dribbling and ball control for me was fantastic. He wasn't the sort of player, guys, that felt really slow and sluggish to turn on the ball. Thankfully, Ibra is one of those players that, you know, he turned pretty quickly on the ball, considering his size as well. You know, he's 6'5". I wasn't expecting him to be able to turn very quickly on the ball, you know, feel very agile in game. But thankfully, guys, it was something that really did surprise me in game, and it is definitely something that made me enjoy using this card so much more than I was expecting to, you know. His passing for me was fantastic, very reliable. He comes in with 81 passing on the card, guys, and seeing as I was using him as a centre attacking midfielder, that definitely comes into play more than if he was used as a striker for me. And I gotta say, he performed well in that area for me. You know, he was bagging goals for fun. He picked up a bunch of assists for me as well. So me personally, I didn't find any problems whatsoever with his passing. His aerial ability for me was pretty decent as well. Now, like I was saying, as a striker, his positioning was causing him to miss a lot of the crosses that I was putting into the box. But I don't know what it is about using him as a cam, guys. His positioning for me was so much better. And not to mention, guys, he did manage to score me a bunch of goals from corners using that massive head of his as well. So aerial ability for me, from what it was like in game, I gotta say no problems whatsoever. His strength for me was awesome as well. I mean, come on guys, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, strength is a given when using a card like Ibra in this game. I think we should all know that by now, and he felt very, very strong in game for me, and he does possess the 4-star skills like I already mentioned. So what do I think of him, guys? Well, me personally, if you haven't already guessed from what I've said already, I gotta say Ibra is an absolutely insane card in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. If you've got the coins, which is about 100,000 coins, he's not the cheapest of players, I do realise, guys, but he is an 88 rated card with 88 shooting and fantastic stats all round pretty much if you use him as a centre attacking midfielder, guys, which is what I recommend you do. Guys, that's going to wrap up my thoughts. I got to give him a final score of 9.5 out of 10. I had an absolute blast using this card, guys. If you've got the 100,000 coins to spare, definitely try him out, guys. Considering what he was like for me, I don't think you guys will be disappointed. So that's going to wrap up my first FIFA 18 player review. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to smash the like button down below. If you want to see more content from myself as well, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. And that's going to wrap it up from me, guys. And most importantly, please take care, and I will see you all next time. Ta-da, guys.